Hi everyone and welcome. I'm just going to pull this up on YouTube so that I can see comments in the chat. Otherwise I can only see them just for a second and then they disappear. Oh, that was it. All right. So here we are. Why is it on? Okay. Let me see if I can share this. Okay, 1, 2, 3 as I look back here. So I am just going to get started with the message here. Looks like I feel like I'm really low here or something. Let me raise my chair maybe. Maybe that'll help me. Good morning, beauties. 1010 Jennifer. Wow, I just saw that pop up with your comment, 1010. 1010 is all about endings and beginnings. Hey Cindy, let me see here. I want to get back onto why is Siri coming on? Oh my goodness. This happens to me. You guys, I'm going to tell you a story before we get started on the message, and this is probably part of the message, but I'm going to tell you a story because what happened to me was really, really bizarre. So yesterday was, what was it, Sunday. Oh, I had a meeting. I had like a big meeting yesterday. And before I went into the meeting, I wanted to record a card reading for my other channel, I Am the Universe. So all well and fine, I recorded it. You know, the video was up above just on the cards. So I put it in last night to begin to edit it, and it was the most bizarre thing I have ever seen. It got to about 3.5 minutes and suddenly it just went into slow motion. Everything went into slow motion on the video for the rest of the video. It had went from a 24-minute video to an hour and 15 minutes long. And it was just like, it was like I was hearing light language in slow motion. It was the most bizarre thing. I hadn't touched anything on my cat 333. Thank you, Ascended Masters. I hadn't touched anything on my camera or anything. It just switched, and I couldn't figure out why it was taking so long for it to load. It was bizarre. I finally was able to fix it. I went into settings and was able to bring it back. It's almost like it switched into a slow-mo video itself, and I did nothing to the video. So I was like, okay, Spirit, apparently you do not want me to be doing this video tonight. I'm just going to set it aside and I'm not going to be upset. In the past, I very likely would have worked on that, trying to get it done and being frustrated because I was tired, you know, and wanting to get things completed and out for you guys. And this is part of the message that we are beginning to come more and more into, is that we must learn that divine timing is part of everything. And sometimes when things don't work out the way that we want to, well, I shouldn't even say sometimes, always, when things don't work out the way that we want to, it is because there is a better time, or there is something better, or there is something that we should be doing instead, rather than racking our brains and making ourselves frustrated and everybody else around us frustrated, because things are not working out the way we want them to. Okay, so that is part of the message as well, is to move more into the flow of life rather than just, constantly and consistently trying to force things to happen or to move in the direction that we want them to. If we have a general idea of what it is that we desire, we can allow other things to pop up in our path and deal with them and say, oh, okay, I guess the timing isn't right for that. Because the divine has a way higher perspective than what we have for what is the right time for us and what is best for us. Okay, does that make sense to you guys? I'm just going to check here because I cannot see on the other side. Hi, Sharon. Thank you for joining me, you guys. It's great to see you all. I am really trying to do more lives because I love lives. I really do love lives. I love being able to connect with your energy when I am on. Okay? And I also feel that those that are looking for a message, that are there to support, that have subscribed to my channel and have that notification bell clicked, that value what it is that I have to say and that need to hear what it is that I have to say, will receive the message at the most opportune time for them when I am guided to bring that message, that the message is meant to be heard in that moment. Okay, so again, welcome you guys. If anyone here doesn't know me, my name is Dean. I am a channel medium. I have been a medium my entire life from the time I was a child. I pushed my gifts away from myself because I was told that they were not good, okay? That they were in fact evil because of my ability to be able to speak with other beings, speak in other languages, understand other languages that were not of this earth, okay? So some of you may have a lot of these same things in your life as well that you are just awakening to now. And this is what this message is about today, that Spirit asked me to come on and deliver today. Sorry if I've got a little bit of a lisp. I've been getting some dental work done and my tongue is having to reconfigure in my mouth to figure out where does it belong. You know how that happens when we change, right? So the message that is being brought to me today is that you have been integrating new aspects of yourself that, well, they're new to you. They're new to you at this time and space in your life. They're not new to you, but they're new to you now. They are aspects of yourself that you have hidden away, that you have thought were undesirable, okay? Unacceptable. Parts about yourself that you have sheltered to protect, okay? You have protected these parts of yourself. Spirit has brought to me, and I receive a lot of things in dreams, in visions, in things like this. So I'm just going to bring you the message as it is interpreted to me. I will bring you some of the signs and symbols. It might mean something different to you, and if it does, hey, take it in whatever way it resonates with you, because we have to listen to our own inner guidance, our own inner truth, and what resonates for us, okay? So I was shown a toolbox, and a toolbox really is about everything that we have to be able to cope, to manage, right? Our tools. What tools do we have? Some of us have sight, inner sight. Some of us have hearing, right? What is that in that toolbox for you? Some of us have mathematical abilities, analytical thinking. Some of us have deep feelings that guide us. What is that within your toolbox that you have access to? What they're saying is that you are gaining access to more of your tools that you have had hidden away on the very back shelf, okay? This is what is coming through right now. Some of you are going to begin to come through. Palladians just stepped in, and some of you are going to be coming through with deep healing abilities. Okay? Understanding how energy works and how it flows through the body. To be able to feel that in someone else and recognize that it is in someone else and that it is not yours. Okay? You may also be recognizing and becoming much more aware, and this is about being aware of your own energy. So how you feel when you step into a room with someone else, that you are now beginning to feel aspects of whatever it is possibly in that other person that is around you. You may have in the past just simply felt the energy, okay, and not being able to know who it's coming from. You are now getting to the point where you are becoming more aware of whose energy it is, that you are going to be able to hone into that energy. Okay? And you are able to recognize that energy because you have experienced that energy yourself, which is why it is so difficult for us to be able to differentiate between that energy and our own, because we have felt it before within our own body. But what is happening now is the healing journey that you guys have been on. You have healed a lot of these things within yourself. Now, that doesn't mean that there is never any pain that is associated with these things anymore. It simply means that you have gained a higher awareness and the wisdom that comes with this. Okay? It doesn't mean that it no longer will ever hurt you again, that you will never feel pain associated with it or anything like that. All right? It simply means that you are aware of it and that you are able to view it from a higher perspective. So when this energy comes back into your awareness now, and you know, because it's different, the way you feel it now is different when you feel it within yourself and within others. Okay? So you're going to be able to hone more into that energy of other people, to be able to bring forth guidance to them in some way. Okay? Whether it be simply a word of wisdom that you might not even know that you have made a difference to them. Okay? You might not even know that. And it's not about you knowing it. It's about trusting what wants to come. Okay? Saying what it is that you're being guided to say. Knowing, when it is in the best interest of that other person. And this is what we talk about when we say knowing our truth, sharing our truth, understanding our truth. Our truth isn't necessarily there to be shared with every individual on the planet, because not everyone is in a state of being or a place where they can understand it. And you may have a lot of repercussions in doing that. So this is more about understanding the energy that is around this at the time of when you are guided to share. Understanding that it is a safe place for you to share. It is a safe place for you to plant a seed. Okay? It may not be for you to shout that out to that entire room that you are in, but there is maybe somebody next to you that could use that wisdom. And it is a safe space to share it with them. Okay? So this is more the energy that you are beginning to move into now as you move through, your own journey. And we have all received upgrades. Okay? We have all received upgrades in the energy that has been brought onto this planet with all of the geomagnetic storms, the solar flares and things like that are happening. In fact, some of you that are in a state of higher awareness may have felt that you were blocked or stagnant. You may have felt that you have had little to no communication with your guides, or at least not in the same way. Okay? I know on a personal level, I felt like I was cut off within my dream time, and I'm a big dream receiver. I receive a lot of information within my dreams, a lot of guidance within my dreams for myself. And I'm also receiving a lot of guidance within my dreams now for the general collective. And little have I known throughout my life, they have told me that I have always been a dream weaver, and you know, being able to move energies within my dream, whether I was aware of it or not. And to be able to bring this back into the general collective. Okay, so if you guys are really lucid dreamers, vivid dreamers, you have a lot of dreams, it is really, really suggested that you begin to journal your dreams if you're not a dream journaler. And if you get up in the morning and you don't remember your dreams, it's even suggested that you take a notebook and you just begin to write how you feel. Okay? Whatever it is that is coming out of you. Because that will be part of the wisdom that is coming through you as well in a different way. It's a form of channeling, of automatic writing that you are being encouraged at this time to do. Because we are receiving energy and upgrades, downloads, all of these things in very different ways now. Okay? So you are being asked to acknowledge these downloads in different ways than what you have been receiving, because we are moving into a higher state of being where we will be receiving in a different way. And we are trying to connect with new guides, new beings, okay, in a higher plane, in a higher form. Okay? So you may have felt at times that you don't understand what it is that you are being told, or you feel confused. And if you feel that you are not receiving guidance in the way that you normally have, especially being a channel, that you are not receiving guidance, you are guided at this time to rest. Because there is a lot of integration that is taking place, a lot of upgrades, even on a physical level, okay? Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So in order for us to be able to receive these upgrades, these light codes that are coming into us, our body has to move into a higher frequency as well, to be able to move at that higher frequency and radiate at that higher frequency in order to be able to receive clearly. Because there may be some confusion in how we are receiving. And even in what we are receiving, we are asked to sit back and to contemplate what it is that we are receiving, to ensure that we are understanding it ourselves before we put it out. Okay? Because we may receive in different ways. And when the energy shifts, sometimes it is more difficult for us to understand. You know how in different languages, even in the English language, we have different forms of the same word, like it sounds the same, but it's not. Okay, so we have there, T-H-E-R-E, we have there, T-H-E-I-R, and we have there, T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E. Okay, they all mean something different, but they all sound the same. Okay, so we are being asked to really hone ourselves into what it is that we are hearing and what it is that is coming into our body, that we do understand it on a physical level as well as spiritual. Okay? Does that make sense to you guys? I'm going to check here. Hey, Dee. Yes, it is really, really exciting. This is really exciting. We have all been, waiting for a long time for the upgrades, and we have been talking about this as light workers, as way showers, as the forerunners, all of these things. We have all been waiting for this energy, and it is now pouring in. It is now pouring in, and we are moving into a different state of awareness or consciousness. Now our body is changing as well as we move into, the how do you want me to explain this? The cellular aspect of our body is changing in order for us to be able to hold more light, so that we can vibrate at a higher frequency, that our body doesn't break down, is how they're explaining it to me. Now everyone is receiving an upgrade, but would you feel really tired? Yes, extremely tired, Sharon. I talked about this on my last live, how we were having so much fatigue. That is definitely part of the symptoms. But our cellular upgrade that we are receiving, more of a crystalline, moving into that form, to move more into the light body, so that we are able to receive a higher awareness and a higher consciousness. We will see changes within our physical body as we do that. There may be weight loss. Some people may gain weight for a little bit, but it will fall away, as it's more of a protection aspect, is what I'm being told. And everybody is receiving an upgrade. Now, depending on where we are now in our frequency, will depend on what level. So those that had absolutely no level of understanding will move into a little bit, beginning to plant those seeds. Whereas those of us that are in that way shower, and you'll know where you're at. Only you know that. Nobody else can tell you that. Nobody else can say, oh, you're not there, or yeah, you are. Or trust yourself as to where you are at on your own path. Okay? We will begin to move into a different level of being able to receive. So it can be bang just like that, or it can develop over a period of time. Okay? Most people that are moving, that are the way showers, have been awake already for a while. Now there are different stages of awakening, you guys. You're not just you don't just go from nothing to kabam. Here I am. I see all. I know everything. We think we do. We think we know. We think we do when we go into that, but we don't. There are many levels of awakening that we must move through, and as we move through those different levels of awakening, we will collapse old timelines behind us that will gradually move into our highest timeline that we are able to maintain or hold the vibration for. So those lesser vibrations will fold into that upper timeline. So they will collapse into that upper timeline. Okay? I hope that makes sense to you guys when I'm saying that. So you will maintain that higher level with those lower aspects kind of melding into that. Okay? The understanding of that. Depending on where you're at. Okay? There will be a change for everyone. Okay? And we must make the choice, and we have made the choice already here on this planet to move into more light, which is why we are still here. Okay? And which is why we are experiencing all of this cosmic energy that is continuing to flow in now and move in and change us, okay, and alter, okay. It is changing Gaia herself. It is changing Gaia herself. I'm going to show you guys, I'm being called. A lot of you, I'm sure, have seen starfish on the beach, okay. Now, starfish usually they'll have this and they'll have like, you know, a few openings like this around them, and they usually go around within the edge of the star or within here. But they're on, you know, top and bottom. Sometimes they have 5, sometimes they have 6. Now, I was out on the beach the other morning and I found this, and this was dead. I don't pick up live starfish and take them home with me. Or sorry, it wasn't a starfish, sand dollar. See what I'm talking about? But see this one, you see the way the lines are on it? It looks like light codes. There is nothing on this lower half. Even though the star, you see what I mean? So even things like that are altering and are changing. Gaia is changing. Gaia is moving into a higher vibration as well, which is changing the cellular level of all living things on this planet. They're telling me now, we are going to be able to begin to see changes in the animals as well. We will begin to see changes in plants, different plants, and the way that, you know, that they act. Okay, the blossoms, the different things like that, we will begin to see. So those of you that are, you know, gardeners and that work with those things, we will begin to see those things. There will also begin to be, they're saying, new plant life that we're going to have here, that we are going to find are going to be healing. Okay, different aspects of plant life. That's the first time I've ever received things like that. So that's really interesting. Quite often I wouldn't have brought that. I'd have been like, I'm not going to say that shit because people are going to be like, oh, this Looney Tune here. But Spirit is really bringing that through me, that those things are going to happen, and it's because of the vibration and the frequency that Gaia is changing, as well as that we are changing in order to keep up with Gaia, which is bringing different frequencies and vibrations onto this planet. Okay? I'm just going to check the comments, you guys. I can't see it on this one, so I'm going to look over here. So if you have a question or comment, please feel free. Okay. Feeling tired? Absolutely. Maya, long time no see. Hi, sweetie. Mwah. All I know that my brain waves have to be in certain way right now, my state of being in general. Some kind of channeling mode. Yes. Yes. I am constantly and consistently connected, which I have been a channel medium my entire life and didn't really know that I was, you know, really but I've always been channeling. I always have, you know, and of course there's the aspect of consciously connecting as well. And when we consciously connect, we can receive even more. But even on my level of sitting and being able to visit with people, I always have the divine with me. My team is always with me. They're always connecting with me. They're always, you know, bringing codes through me. Even when I've, like, my hands have always moved too, and I was always like, people were like, oh, her hands are always moving. They are, because those are light codes that constantly move through my body that are being emitted out to those that are around me that need them, that can possibly carry them in their aura, maybe to somebody else that needs them that I will not be in contact with. Okay? So it's really fascinating when we begin to look at how we are changing constantly, and the only thing that we can ever say and that we know is that everything changes, right? The only thing that stays the same is everything changes, right? Life, death, and change. We do not remain the same. We always change, even though we don't want to. We still do. We still change. And that's really a beautiful thing when we begin to look at it, the way that we are able to change and mold ourselves. And Spirit is really saying that how important it is for us to really wrap ourselves around the idea that change is really important, that we honor change. Because when we get stuck in the same mindset of what we were, we will never transform and transition into something new, into a higher state of ourself. And we learn as we go. From the time we're a child, we consistently learn how to behave, you know, who we are, what we want to be. when we allow ourselves to be ourselves and to begin to move with the flow of who we are rather than just listening to what other people tell us we need to be. Okay? When we allow ourselves to change. When we embrace the freedom that we have here rather than believing that we are trapped. And I'm going to tell you, you guys, that's a really common feeling, of feeling that we're trapped here on earth because of all the dogma that we have here, because of how we are forced to follow the crowd and how we are made fun of when we are different and unique. This is changing as we move through the changes that we are going through as a planet, and as we become more accepted, okay, for who we are, and as we accept ourselves for who we are, realizing that it's okay to be different, to embrace that difference as gifts that we have. Because damn it, it's really boring when we're with somebody that is just exactly the same as we are. Who the hell wants that? Who wants to be with somebody that is a mirror image of themselves? Nobody. How boring is that? There's nothing to talk about, right? We want to have somebody that's different, that's going to bring something new into us, that we can ponder, that we can reflect on, that we can, really think about and wrap ourselves around. And how does that feel to us? We can mold something different out of it. We can bring ideas together and make something really unique and different, rather than everybody thinking the same. We want a free thinker. Okay? So this went in a direction that I did not expect it to go, which is why I love lives, you guys. I love coming on live. I love, being able to just channel what it is that spirit is bringing. And I'm really moving back into myself, in my truth. When I first began coming on and doing card readings and things like that, I just came on and I was just myself. I just honored the message that wanted to come through, and those that wanted to hear it began to listen, and I felt like I was really making a difference in bringing a message that meant something to those that needed to hear it, regardless if there was 2 or 3 people or 2,000 or 3,000 people. It really didn't matter, because I was just coming on and speaking what it was that it was coming through my heart and through my truth, and being my authentic self. And I know my authentic self isn't for everyone, and that's okay. That's okay, because I don't like everyone either. I love everyone, but I don't like everyone. There are certain people that I'm just like, no, I just can't deal with that. I just can't deal with that. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It doesn't mean I don't respect you. It simply means that energy is not for me. Okay? And that's okay. And it's the same thing with me. And that's why my channel says, love me, hate me. Because I find that with people, they either love me or they hate me. And that's okay. Because that is a journey that we all have to go through. Whether who it is that resonates with us or who it is that doesn't. But even in you hating me, I hope I trigger something in you to awaken a part of you that is waiting to be revealed in its own truth and beauty. Okay? That spark of something that is wanting to become a flame. I really hope that in some way I can do that for you. That the divine working through me helps someone else in whatever way it is. Doesn't matter to me. It only matters to me that the message is received by who it is that needs to receive it in the moment. And that is always my intent, is that the message is received by those that it will help, by those that need to receive it the most, whatever that message is for them. And the message today is that there is an aspect of you that is going to be awakening, and that possibly you may not recognize it. It might even scare you a little bit when it begins to awaken. You may have a lot of tumultuous emotions that want to come through as well with this awakening of this aspect of yourself that has been sleeping. Okay? So let me see if I have anything else here. I write everything down. I'm a big journaler. And Spirit is really encouraging you to do that as well. Just lines will stick out to me of different things. Yeah, right here. This is coming forward to me. Okay? An aspect of yourself that has authority, power, or total control over others. Okay? This is being released. For some reason, Cindy, your messages are being retracted. I keep seeing here, message retracted. Okay? It is representing an aspect of your personality that has total authority over a mindset of thinking freely. Interesting. All right? It represents feelings about being exposed to power or management responsibilities that you don't normally get exposed to. A taste of the power. Okay? And this is not about an overruling power, an overbearing power. This is about the power of the self, the empowerment of who you are on your own self journey, self-awareness. Okay? So let me see what we got. Change is good. It helps you evolve. It's the only thing that evolves us is change. We have to have change in order for us to be able to evolve. I mean, if you stay the same, you're not evolving. You're staying the same, right? Even as far as wisdom, you know, we can sit in that same mindset our whole life and just continue to believe the same thing. We are not going to evolve. We aren't going to change, right? So does anyone have a question? I am going to bring in a divine master and see what message that they have that they want to bring in. This will be a channeled message. And just see who wants to come in and bring in. Channeled message. Gaia. Well, isn't that interesting? And we talked about Gaia already, about Gaia's ascension. I've also got Joan of Arc fell out here as well, and this is a sacred activist. She is about overcoming fear and standing up for your beliefs, which is what we were talking about here with different aspects of the self coming out, the unique self, about who it is that you are on that level, right? Not being afraid to speak your truth, but knowing when to speak it. Because it doesn't do any good to shout your truth out to a room full of people that are going to attack you and you're never going to be able to speak again, right? Like to be hurt or to be pushed back in. So knowing when, and this is what Spirit is talking about, knowing when to speak your truth, knowing who to speak it to, right? It's just like being on my YouTube channel here. Those that want to hear these messages will hear it. Those that are not ready may click in and click back out again. You know, they aren't ready to hear it, and that's okay. Everybody has to receive in their own divine timing. And the beautiful Mother Gaia is really stepping forward with freedom today. And she's talking about an earth connection and really staying rooted in your trust and faith about who you are. So let's just take a moment just to ground into the beautiful Gaia, in our own Earth Star chakra right now, which, is our ancestors and which is what we have been and what we have here on this earth. And sometimes we think we have to leave our body to connect, but that's not true. Everything is within us. We are the universe. Everything is within us already. So let's see what message it is that Gaia wants to bring to us today within this channeling. Just give me just a couple minutes to be able to tap into her energy and what it is that she wants to say today. Bringing in her energy in the best possible form, the highest possible form that she wants to bring out in resonant form. My beautiful extensions of the self, how proud I am of you for all the work that you continue to do, for everything that you are doing to help this planet rise along with your own consciousness. We are sitting in a space of change. Change is terrifying to those of you that do not understand or have faced change in a way where it has affected you in a negative way. Some of you have a deep fear of moving on to a new path in a new direction, simply because the direction that you have faced in the past has brought on attacks from others, even fears that have stepped forward in your life from past lives. I am here to tell you today that there is nothing to fear but fear itself. It is simply the reflection of yourself, of your fear, that is bringing this energy into you that is attacking you. The belief comes from within. That belief of the self, that belief of the one. For you carry within your cellular memory all that is and all that ever will be and has been. It is all there within your own heart space. When you are moving into a state of fear, simply take a deep breath in to your heart. Feel the love that is there. Feel the love that is all around you. You are never alone. And as you step forward to conquer fear, you will find that it will become less and less difficult for you to do this. As you become more and more aware of the love that surrounds you, you will find that you fill yourself up with more and more love. And as you fill yourself up with that love energy, there will be more and more love that will surround you until the fear that you have had of stepping out of yourself will completely disappear, and you will have only love. Practice this of moving into your heart energy of the self. Practice this daily. Allow yourself to breathe in to fill yourself up with your breath, with your life force. Call yourself back to your body and plant your feet upon my soil. You will feel the difference. You will feel it. I promise you this. I am here, as are many others that are constantly surrounding you. Even though you may not be aware of their presence, they are always there. And as you tap more and more into your heart energy and ground into Gaia, me, you will find that you will receive more and more of that energy. And you will also discover that you will receive the interpretation of that energy. Not only will you receive the loving energy, but you will begin to understand the messages that are coming with that energy. You will feel the embrace of the all that is, the all that you are, the one, the constant, the all-knowing, the limitlessness of your being. Connecting within your heart will bring your soul's wisdom into your body, and you will have access to all that you need. You will be everything that you need. This physical life that you are living is truly a test. It truly is. And although I do not live a human life, I have witnessed much destruction. I have felt it. I have been the victim of it. I understand the fear, for I too have had my body abused, used, taken advantage of, destroyed. Although you may not think of me as a living being, I am a living being all the same. All things are living. Our entire universe is alive. You only have to look around you to witness this. You are being asked to honor yourself, to honor the planet, to honor the universe, to honor all things. For all things are sacred. And when you begin to look upon the earth, yourself, the animals, the plants, the waters, the rocks, all things, when you see all things as sacred, only then will you understand the truth that you have been here seeking all along. I will leave you with this to ponder. Please understand that this is not brought to you as a message to bring forth fear or blame or shame or guilt in any way. It is simply a loving message to let you know that I am here to support you. And when we support one another, we will all flourish. In love and blessings. Okay, unexpected. I did not expect Gaia to come through in a complete channel in that way. Okay, everyone. Oh my goodness, my heart feels like it's opened about 10 sizes here. Gaia, the energy of Gaia is, oh, I want to cry. Gaia sustains us. Without her, we wouldn't exist. We wouldn't be here. And she has so much love within her. And I mean, in channeling her, it just feels like she's the heart of us. It feels like she's the heart of us. And it's interesting because like I'm shaman as well, and so the beat of the drum to me represents the beat of Gaia's heart. And I miss my drum here. It's harder for me to play it here because it's so humid that it doesn't hold that beautiful resonance. So I have to constantly keep it in a dehumidifier, so I can't just have it laying out and pick it up, you know, anytime and play it. I'm hoping when I go home to Canada that I can find something. Unfortunately, it won't be a natural, you know, rawhide, which is what my drum is here, that I will be able to play out more on a regular basis in through my healings and things, because I am really guided on this channel to begin to bring forward more healings, light codes, channelings. That is what this channel is about. It is about channeling. I am here to be you know, a sacred soul guide. I am one of the way showers. I have to embrace that. That has always been difficult for me because I have always wanted to remain really, really humble, and I never want anyone to feel that they are beneath anyone, and no one is beneath anyone. We are all equal here. We are simply here learning different things. Okay? Our journeys are different. It doesn't mean that anyone is less than anyone else. And sometimes we get lost in the earthly life. Sometimes we just get lost in it. And it's really hard for us to find our way back. And, you know, even our soul sometimes can get lost and lose a lot of its light. But, you know, as I've always said, darkness is light waiting to be discovered. But it's really hard for us sometimes to be able to see that light in other people. It's really easy for us to see, you know, the darkness or the negativity. It's really easy for us to be able to see that in other people. And I really encourage you to really begin to look for, you know, the beautiful things that exist within each person. You know, sometimes we meet people that we feel, and this is coming forward, so it's obviously important. We meet people where we feel that, you know, we think, oh, they're sure stuck up, or they're sure, you know, full of themselves, or things like that. When that isn't the case, they're simply shy. They don't have confidence. So we can look at things from many different points of view. So I'm being asked to ask you to begin to look at things in a different way, rather than thinking, oh wow, somebody's, you know, really stuck up, they didn't even talk to me. Maybe they're shy. Maybe they feel intimidated by you. Maybe they feel not good enough. Okay? So to begin to look at things, like a lot of times we look at things, from a shadow aspect instead of a light aspect, because there's duality in everything. And this is what the message that Gaia, really wants to bring forward today, is to really begin to see the light in every situation and to begin to look for that light, because that light exists everywhere, and so does darkness. And we're fooling ourselves if we think that it doesn't, because it does. And it's about learning to pull the light from that and be able to see the light from that and to be able to use that for the light to ascend. Okay? It's there. It's there. It's always going to be there. Okay? And if you don't recognize the darkness, I have a channeling on here, and it says, in the beginning there was only darkness. And it was a complete surprise to me when this channeling came through, and I happened to be recording messages for myself, and it came through, and I posted it. So you can go back and listen to that as well, and it talks about the beginning of time. And the divine has told me, and some of you might feel this and resonate with this as well, because obviously I'm not alone here, that I was here since the beginning of time when Earth was formed. I was here before Earth was formed, in different galaxies. So the wisdom that comes and that we come to this Earth with as star seeds, as galactic beings, as way showers, as forerunners, is to be able to help this planet to be able to ascend to a higher level so that it can flourish, so that it is operating within the light. There is still going to be duality for some time, but we can also learn that within that duality, within that shadow, there is also value. Okay? There is also value. Okay? This body is shadow. It's darkness, it's shadow. And it's our spirit that is the light, that brings that light in, that brings it life. So we can be pulled down when we are pulled away from the light, when we are put down constantly, when we are told we're not good enough, from the time we're very young, just different things. And it doesn't even have to be done on purpose, you guys. Okay? It just happens. Shit happens. Let's be honest. We all have shit happen to us. Negative things to where it pulls us down into that energy, and we begin to believe that we are not worthy. And that is the furthest thing from the truth, because we are so worthy. We are the universe. We literally are the universe. Take a look at ourselves. We are. The only thing that takes us away from all of that we know is this body. It separates us from being that limitless energy that can move. But we have access to that through our soul. We have access to that limitless thinking, wisdom, being. Our body might not be able to fly through the air, but our energy certainly can. And we have the ability to be able to connect across continents. And I've done it. I have cleared homes across the world. And we all have this ability to be able to do this when we become aware of it. When we become aware that we have that ability, but we are here having this experience in this human body as well. So we have to live here as well in the physicality. So we can't constantly, be in that, because we will not have the experience, and we will not be able to help the earth if we are not within our earthly presence as well. Okay? Some of us spend more time in our spiritual aspect, and I know I'm one of those people. I am constantly and consistently receiving, and it's very natural for me to be able to do that. And I have to remind myself to get back to the earth. And so Gaia, beautiful Gaia, is a reminder for me to touch the earth. And I try to get out every day. I'm in beautiful Ecuador here, and I just love it here. I try to get out on the beach every day with my bare feet. and touch beautiful Gaia, because she brings me back into my body where I can receive. Because we have to be in our body to be able to receive that information on this planet in order to interpret it. Okay? Because our soul already has it all. Our soul is already, right, limitless. But in order to bring that wisdom into our body, we must be present. We must be present. Okay? I hope that makes sense to you guys. Okay? So, yes, D, Gaia is beyond words. I just love spirit. I love all aspects of spirit. You know, and I'm really done apologizing for who I am as a person, and you know, feeling that I can't bring these messages forward because people won't understand. Because those that don't understand, that's okay. They can just leave. You know, and those that do will resonate with it and will listen. And my call will bring in my soul family, which is what this channel is about, is bringing together that you know, that sacred soul family of those souls that are here, that know that there is something far greater than what we are here on this planet, and that we are here with a purpose and with a mission. We are here to be able to help, okay? To help this beautiful Gaia. And in helping Gaia rise, we are helping evolution. We are helping the physical human body, which exists upon this planet, be able to move into a new state of being as well, at a new cellular level, to where we will be able to have, as humans, more powerful experience, because we've already experienced all this other shit. Okay? I don't know about you, but I'm done with all this other lower shit that we've been experiencing. Okay? All of these negative things that have been happening, you know, to children and things. I'm done with that crap. And I think everybody that's here on earth is done with this shit too. Okay? So we are here to be able to help this beautiful, beautiful Gaia to be able to ascend to a new level. And with that, we are ascending too. So that we bring more light into our body, so our experiences become more of love. Okay? We can release some of that very low density. Okay? And pull the light into it, so that our experiences here on beautiful Gaia can become more like, and I'm going to refer to the Bible here, more like the Garden of Eden in which they were intended when, in the beginning of time, things began. Okay? And I'm just referring to the Bible because most people understand the Bible. There's a lot of things in the Bible that are true. There's a lot of it that is missing. There's, like, I'm not even going to get into that. Okay? Whatever your belief system is, you just do whatever you want in your belief system. I'm not here to tell you you're wrong. You must decide for yourself, okay? But I know on a personal level that I'm done with experiencing all of this lower bullshit energy, okay? And if you're here, you're done too, okay? So let's raise ourselves to that beautiful new level that Gaia is asking us to surround in that heart energy. And she asked us to move into that heart energy. Okay? To be able to witness that beautiful energy, that love energy, which is going to raise our frequency, right? And allow us to vibrate on that higher frequency so that we hold more light. All right? Okay, beautiful, beautiful souls. I'm thanking you so much for joining me. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please click that subscribe button. Please share it out for me. Leave me a comment. Click that like button. All of those things help. If you are here and watch my videos, even if you just click the like, that means the world to me. It helps my videos to get out to other people. Okay? It helps me to be able to see with the message for those that need it. Okay? They need to hear it. And, you know, there's a lot of people that don't want to hear it, and that's okay. But for those that do, those are the people that will find it. So by sharing it, those people that need it will find it. Hey, beautiful Diane. Oh, it's great to see you, honey. Did you just arrive? I just did a channeling from GAIA. You may want to go back and listen to it, honey. You will really appreciate it. The energy is so beautiful around her. So in closing, I am going to do a really quick light code just to close out here for a heart opening. Yes, just got here. Okay. This will take a little bit for it to upload into, when we do a live, it doesn't come on right away. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. I've just come to accept it. And I'm going to do a quick light code here for you guys for the heart opening, which is what GAIA talked about, to be able to move that light into our heart. Okay? So I'm going to do that. Palladians have been with me here since I started this transmission, and Palladians are really big on healing energy as well. Okay? So I'm going to do a quick light code healing. If you want to receive this, just say, I accept and receive, and allow yourself to open up your heart to be able to receive it. If you don't want to receive it, that's okay too. Totally your choice. Means either way to me, you know, it's your journey. Okay? Imalaha, imalaha, shomakora, ha 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 ha, ikalamaha, 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 sihala, sihalamiha, sihalamiha, kikalamahar, kikalamahar, tua awamaha, awamaha, siha, siha kiha, siha kiha maha, kiha mahaliha, mahaliha i amaha, o alama, oraha, oka, mihalamaha, mihalamaha, shikala, vimalahalamaha, kila, ora, iha, ora, ikamaha, ishna lamaha, ishna, Laura maha, kiha, inamaha, Love and blessings, beautiful souls. Have yourself an absolutely glorious week. Thank you for your support. Thank you for listening to me. Mwah. Bye for now. I gotta find where to get myself off of here. Oh, thank you, Diane. You make a difference too, my love. You really do. Mwah.